All right. How we doing, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. I had a very profitable night in Asia session last night, and today I wanted to go through that with you guys. I am up $4,258 per account. I'm on 5 accounts, so I'll act like I haven't done the math 5 times already. Let's do 5 times 4,258. I am up $21,290 on the night, which is unreal. And I know there's been a lot of LARPing bullshit going on lately, so I'm gonna refresh my screen so we can get that out of the way. You can see there, pops right back up. Anyways, I want to do this recap on TradingView because I think if we go bar by bar, it's gonna make a lot more sense, and I think it'll be a lot better to help some of you guys build your discretion because I'm gonna be super honest with you. This trade was very, very discretional. This is not one of my A plus setups. This is my A plus strategy. This was very discretional. It was taking advantage of volume, seeing a situation that I've seen before, and just taking advantage of it. So I want to go through this. First things first, looking at the higher time frame. So really, we opened up yesterday and we formed this huge new week opening gap. New week opening gap it's a super strong draw. It's a magnet for price to draw to. So I want to see that get hit this week. Well, last night I had planned to take a payout this next week and I just needed a couple more winning days. So when I'm going for winning days, I'm just scalping for like $200 or $300. And I ended up, I took the winning day. It's like, right, yeah, I even have the gap marked out. So once we popped out of this 5-minute gap, I saw that market was trending up. I just put a stop here for 300, stop up here for 300 or 250, something like that. And it ended up hitting. So there was my winning day. Got that out of the way, great. After that, I watched the college football playoffs. That game was fucking dope. So that was awesome. And after that, a little bit later, around like 1 o'clock, I wanted to check the chart. I wanted to see if maybe we were going to new week opening gap. We were looking pretty bullish earlier. Well, we're gonna go into replay mode. I'm gonna take this off the screen. I opened up the chart here. Now, what I saw going to the 1 hour, we'll go to the 4 hour. What I saw is that market came, we gapped down, we came all the way down, took this external low. Okay, took this very strong draw, and we were starting to displace up. So if we wanted to take new week opening gap, I was expecting that to happen in this price leg right here. But you'll notice we also have a 4-hour gap. And so if I look and I see that price should be moving higher to take out new week opening gap, but we immediately hit this 4-hour and we're displacing lower and looking on like the 15-minute, like this is a lot of volume for Asia session. Now, I wanted to see, okay, like I'm already up through, I've got my winning day, like is it that crazy? And looking at price, volume was that crazy. We just kept ripping down, okay? We were having no retraces. This move alone right here was 50, 60 points. And in Asia session, that doesn't happen that often. What I do know, this is why this trade was so discretional. I have noticed sometimes in Asia session, maybe in lunch, like right around 12 after New York Open, sometimes price will just do this thing. It's usually to the downside. It might just be coincidence, but in my experience, it's what I've noticed, where we will just rip. And it's usually when we have untouched external draws, and it's usually when we're respecting high time frame fair value gap. And price will just rip. It will just rip through everything. It won't stop. The volume's there, and I'm a continuations trader, so I want to take advantage of it. So I see this happening, and I'm like, if we want a new week opening gap, we should have gone up and taken it after sweeping out this low. You know, we had the ICT model, took out this low, whatever, displacing up, but now we're just racing down. So I wanted to see, okay, I have this internal draw here. Is there any way I can get an entry, maybe expand on my winning day a little bit? And I'm waiting. Wasn't that, it was more obvious than that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I see this candle here, and I'm really just at this point aiming for a 1-to-1, and all that I'm risking is I'm risking what I'm already up. I was risking like $250. So I have my stop up here. This low was my break-even point, so I wanted to see how price was reacting. we were this kind of confirmed that I thought market was going to rip lower for a while. And when I saw this, my idea was, okay, we have this low here. I'll go break even once we close below it. I'll see how we react, and then we'll go from there. See if we can trail our stop, let it ride. So price comes down. I'll take this off for now. We come down. We're kind of dancing around the level, and then just waiting for a close. Once we got this candle close right here, I was break even. I was break even on the position. And I know I'm only risking 250, but still, like I wanna walk away with that winning day regardless. This is just trying to squeeze out a little bit extra. So I am break even at this point, and we'll keep playing it. And then market just starts ripping lower. So I'm already up a pretty decent amount. Remember, I'm size light, so not as much as I'd like to be, but it's a good trade. You know what I'm saying? It's good to add on to the winning day. So I'm already looking pretty good here. And then I'm seeing price continue to rip down. So I'm seeing very strong momentum. And I'm seeing that we still have all the way down here, we have this external low, which is, it's a 1 hour low, but most importantly, this was a 4 hour fair value gap. And then we had this low all the way down here, which was a little far, but sometimes when we rip, especially lower, those can get taken. So going back here, I wanted to see if I could get an add to my position because I'm already so far up at this point. It's where like I can add to this position and still put my stop at break even and be completely risk off and possibly squeeze out a pretty good trade. But we're just ripping lower. I'm not going to risk it and just enter off hopes and dreams. I need to see an actual genuine retracement. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for either a big 1 minute or a 5 minute or 15 minute gap to get tapped and then continue the move. So where was it? I think it was here. Yeah. So I see we have this 5 minute gap here. And that is the only, I mean, we have this 5 minute up here, but my rule of thumb, I have to use the first 5 minute gap. You're not allowed to run a 5 minute gap. Trade's invalidated. I'd close the trade. So I look at that 5 minute, but I also see it lines up with this 15 minute gap here. So we have this fat 15 minute gap. So that's good. We don't have to run any 5 or 15 minute gaps to go tap a 15 minute gap. So I want to see, this is the only area in price that can hold for us to continue that move lower. If we hold it, if I get confirmation, I'm adding to the position. At this point, I was only in 7 contracts, 7 micros. I'm risking 250. I would add 7 more. I'd double up. So how do I get conviction that this gap is going to hold? We create a 5 minute. I need to see this 5 minute get inversed. If it gets inversed, I am in that position. So we come down, I'm waiting for a 5 minute close. We wick it and respect it. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, probably gonna get stopped in profit. And then we completely invalidate it. I mean, we run through this shit like a college freshman. It was undeniable that we were gonna keep going lower. So I added to this position. I added in, I think it was a little bit before this candle closed, just because I knew we were gonna close under the gap. So now my position, let's see, originally I entered here, stop here. So now my position goes from an entry here. I double down, so I add another 7 contracts, and I think that put, my average was around like 312. Let me do this. I think I got it right here. Yeah, 313, I think it was at 312, would I remember it. So now we go to 312, and my stop is at break even. I'm still not risking anything. I'm double the size, and my stop is at break even. So now I am taking max advantage of this volume right here. And my thought process was, if we just keep ripping, I'll see how far we can go. I'll trail my stop, and that'll be that. Well, the rest was pretty much history because we just danced around for a little bit, and then we just started ripping lower. I think it was right around here. Yep. Started ripping lower. I was looking for spots to trail my stop, and I believe, I'll take this off for now. I think this is the 5 minute we tapped into. Yeah. Once we tapped into this 5 minute and rejected off of it, I trailed my stop to this high, which is the pivot high in the 5 minute fair value gap. So now I'm in profit. I think this was up like 1,000, a little bit over. So I'm guaranteed a 5K a day, which was awesome. And I'm just seeing, can we run and take out this low right here? And price we just kept going. Boom. And at this point, it was because I remember the reason I closed the position here and I didn't want to like trail anymore. I was up 4,000 per account. That's 20 racks on the day. Like I'm closing that position any day. I even have my TP at like 4,000 exactly. So let me make sure this is all right here. So we'll stop at this high. And I remember it was like a little bit past the draw, I think, to get the 4,000. It was like right where we ticked here. Let me, oh, can I not do it in replay mode? I don't think I can. $14. Oh, but I gotta move it down to my average entry. Come on. 312-ish, I want to say. Yeah, right, exactly, right there. $4,000, that is where I had my take profit set. We hit it, and it looks like I could have squeezed out a bit more, but I am totally cool with this trade. I'm totally cool with the P&L on it. Like, trading is not bottom and top ticking. I know some people that do it and some people that are successful, but in my eyes, if I can look for heavy volume, if I can look for a strong move and just catch a piece of it that I'm confident in while controlling risk, that is totally cool. That is exactly what happened. I probably would have got stopped out somewhere in here anyways. So a little bit of luck involved here, but nonetheless, very smooth. I controlled risk the whole time. There was never any drawdown on this trade. And technically, I risked $250 to make $4K, $250 per account. So I'm risking $1,200 to make $20,000. So that is the power of adding to the position, controlling your risk. Notice I managed my risk the whole time. I was not going to let this trade go against me. I managed my risk, trailing my stop and profit, and due to market experience, knowing that these conditions happen sometimes and we just rip, I was able to capitalize on it. Now, I was up at 2 a.m., which I probably shouldn't have been, and I ended up staying up for this whole trade. I was up till about 4, but 21 bands, you'd stay up all night too. So very happy with this trade. Really not much else to say about it. Like I said, very discretional. So don't feel any FOMO. This is after years of market experience. Very discretional. That's why I wanted to go over it with you guys, try to help you guys build some a little bit. I know a lot of you guys asked me about discretion, so this is one of those videos for that. But that is all I have regarding the trade. As always, I'll have the link to join my free Discord. It's in the description of this video. I give my bias every single morning. I review your guys' trades. I'll commentate throughout Market Open, and it's all fucking free. So you might as well join. Well, I mean, what do you have to lose? But that is all I have today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.